look, it's not fantastic. Right. It really isn't. And so it tends to just do things like that.
So, but I thought what I would do is I would start off with reverence to one of my teachers, right? Because today marks the 11th anniversary since he passed away. And he was quite an interesting human being. In 1984 or something like around that time, due to all the troubles in India, they broke his legs. But the man was strong. The man was okay. His name was Puran Singh. And I'll tell you about him. I'll tell a little story about him, a couple of stories about him. And what makes someone a teacher? Yeah? What makes someone a master? A teacher is just someone who repeats information. Yeah, like someone learns it off YouTube, you just repeat the same old. A master is someone who's lived through it. Yeah? And master is someone who's normally gone through a lot of challenges in life. Yeah, teachers don't go through challenges the same way as masters go through challenges. So this individual, Puran Singh, his name was, tortured back in the day. He was quite high-ranking in the police, and due to the troubles, he was identified and all the stuff that was going on in '84. 2 years before he passed away, he had a heart attack. And the doctor said to me, you better get in touch with his family in India, let them know, because the man ain't going to make it, right? So I got in touch with his family in India and said, look, come on over. The man is pretty ill. And the doctors had basically said, no, he ain't going to do it, mate. He's not going to live. And every day I'd go and see him and, he's wired up, etc. And he was quite old at the time. Anyway, 3 weeks into it, one day I go in there and he's sitting on the edge of his bed, eating a slice of pizza. And I said to him, with his little mask off, right? And I said to him, what are you doing? I'm a Puran Singh, big, yeah. So what are you doing? He goes, oh, it's really tasty. I said, that's what's got you in here, mate. Right? Okay. Anyway, cut a long story short, man came home, started recovering, all was good. December 2013, decided he wanted me to take him to the hospital. So I took him to the Covent Hospital. They did a blood test on him. And they said, look, mate, you've got blood cancer. We need to start your treatment immediately. He said, no, you can't do it. I'm going to go to India. I'm going to see my grandson's wedding. The woman says, you ain't going to make it. This is like really serious. And this doctor, consultant, happened to be from the Muslim community. So Puran Singh started talking to her about her way of life. And he said to her, he said, I know there's something that's not been fulfilled with you, no matter how many times you prayed. He said, let me go. I'm going to go to the Golden Temple and I'll do a prayer for you. All right? I'll do a prayer for you. And I promise I'll come back and I'll come back to your hospital. So he goes to India, him and his wife. So I phoned his family up. I said, keep him there. He ain't going to make it. Keep him there. Better to be in family than to be in England. Yeah, on his own. And come January, got a phone call. I'm at Heathrow. Do you want to come and pick me up? I am absolutely livid, thinking to myself, the man's not well. Why would his family let him come here? So anyway, got him here, both him and his wife, took him to the hospital, did a blood test. Said, you're okay. He said, I told you I was going to do a prayer. Okay, so blood cancer in December, in January, no cancer. His wife falls ill. She's in hospital. Every day he's phoning me up 5, 10, 15 times, as is his family from India. Get her out. Get her out. I said, I told you not to send her. But you wouldn't have it. Anyway, I befriended the doctors, gave them a lot of my, took responsibility. And in June of 2014, got him out of there, straight onto a flight, into India. Yeah, him, his wife, and a caretaker. Wife went to the hospital, he went home. 12th of August, wife dies. 13th of August, I phoned him up. I said, look, really sad to hear. Wife's gone. I'll come and see you. He said, don't bother. I don't get hungry anymore. I thought, what a strange thing to say. On the 14th, and this is what makes a master a master, he calls his family and he says, I'm going. I said, where are you going? Closes his hands, does half a prayer, and allows himself to die. The real master is the one who knows how to let go of life. But he waited 2 years to make sure that he didn't leave his wife on her own. Now that's what takes real bhakti, which is real devotion and enlightenment. The man's meditation started at 12 o'clock at night every day, and he would finish at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, 8 o'clock in the morning. He would sit and he would go through whatever he went through for 7-8 hours in a day, every single day. Devoted human being. What is the purpose of life? We ask ourselves. The purpose of life is to live like a human being like that, but also to be ready that when you need to let go, you let go on your terms. You're not forced out. There's no attachment. There's no anger. What do you think will accompany you in your last moments? Regret, betrayal, anger, depends on what we hold. So all of this stuff that we do with meditation, mindfulness, letting go, etc., all of this is simply to ensure that we live well and we leave this earth when we need to on our terms. Bhagat Kabir Ji says, he goes, when I was born, I was crying and the world was laughing and celebrating, which is what happens. But he said, when I go, I'll be laughing and the world will be crying. And this is the way to live a life. And you can only do that if you don't hold onto a rucksack filled with all this nonsense. Let it go. Life is too short. It is only now. And all that matters is how much peace you have for yourself. Nothing else. The world will keep going on. Everyone will keep destroying themselves. This is the nature of life. But at least you're not there. Ask yourself, what is grace? Grace is to ensure that you don't follow the same drama that keeps everyone trapped in what? Anger, hatred, aversion, attraction, addictions. What do you think will accompany them? What comes to your mind when you're about to leave? So good life, good death. Present now, present then. And we make sure that everything we live on our terms. And our terms means what is the most valuable thing that you can ever have is peace of mind. Although that's a contradiction in time because the mind never is at peace, but peace within yourself, content within yourself. Yeah. So today I thought I'd dedicate my first few minutes to Baba Puran Singh for great, because without acknowledging and recognizing your teachers, you're no different than a thief. You're no different than a thief. So you've got all these great teachers and the gurus and the this and the that and the out there, everyone teaching everyone everything. Find out how many times they give reverence to their teachers, to their masters. And without that transmission, where would we be? Where would we be? And often I've seen even with my work, people take it and I find it outside. No experience of that stuff. Fake. Unless you have a lineage that you can be proud of, not a book, not a script, but living embodiment of that script. That's what counts. Those who know how to live by it. And that's the mark of a master. And they come in all guises. They come in all types of different ways. But to find one is a very hard thing. Many teachers, few masters. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's do some meditation, I guess.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, you talk about living on your own terms, but we exist in a world with rules, right? We're constrained by those. So, I mean, that's what the mind does, right? Like you try to live on your terms, but then you're like, how do I make this happen?
No, I think when I'm talking about living on your terms, all life that you're in is about to and fro. Yeah, it's to and fro, and you can't have, um, um, you can't just have happiness, just like you can't have sorrow and sadness. It has to be to and fro. The key is how we respond to it. It's not about that I want to be like this. It's how we respond to it. Why? Because normally we are very automatic. We find a little bit of conflict. We find someone looking at us in a different way or someone looking different than us. Then you will find the way we get judgmental or reactive is an automatic process. So becoming aware of it, changing our attitude, changes the way we interact, behave, and act. Yeah. So it's all about attitude, but that can only happen if we know how to look at how we react, I guess. Okay, good question. Thank God someone was listening. Okay, so let's begin with our meditation as ever. And so we'll always begin with our posture. And as we draw our next breath in, you just want to bring your focus to yourself and give yourself the permission, allow yourself, whatever the words are, to simply be present to what's going on with you. Not to get into a space, not to experience anything, but just to become present. And in becoming present, we align ourselves with the flow of what's happening at the moment. No resistance. So as you draw your next breath in, you're going to take your focus towards your body as best as you can. And you're going to notice how your posture is, how you're sitting. You're going to pull your shoulders back a little bit. You're going to tuck your chin in so you can feel the back of your neck stretch slightly. But make sure you're comfortable. Yeah? Upright, comfortable, not rigid. And again, drawing your focus to yourself, drawing your focus to your posture. And now you will look at setting your intention. So your commitment is to simply focus on what's happening right now. And you're going to do this in a number of ways. Focusing on things that are happening right now are sensations. So is there a pain, an ache, a tightness, an itch in your body at the moment? And what's happening right now is what's in your field of vision. So bring your focus to your eyes, and you will notice in your field of vision there's either darkness or lights on the back of your eyelids, but all that's happening right now. So what's in your field of vision? On your next breath out, you're going to take your focus towards your ears, and you're going to open yourself to all the sounds that are around you. And again, the sounds can only happen in the present moment. You can only come to listen here in the present moment. Next, you're going to bring your focus beneath your nose, and as your breath enters, notice if there's an aroma to your breath. Notice you're breathing only in the present moment. This breath that you're having right now is a once in a lifetime event, never to be repeated. If you move your focus now within your mouth, notice if there's a taste. And that too is only in the present moment. You can't taste in the future, you can't taste in the past. It can only happen now. Next, bring your focus above your head. Imagine a hula hoop, and as this hoop comes down, it begins to scan your body for sensations. All the way down. All the way down. And notice if there are any sensations, pain, ache, tightness, itch in your body at the moment. And again, pain can only be felt in the present moment. Aches can only be experienced in the present moment. Next, bring your focus now to the seat you're on, and you will notice there are sensations within the body where it makes contact. Bring your focus to those sensations. From those sensations, bring your focus up to your hips. Gently moving down your thighs towards your knees. From your knees, allow this awareness to drift down, scanning the back of your legs and then scanning the front of your legs. From your ankles, move to your feet. And then from your feet, you move to the soles of your feet. And you want to hold your focus there for a short while, if you can. Next breath in, bring your focus back to the seat you're on. And this time you're going to allow the seat to hold you in place. You're going to allow your body to soften a little bit. Sort of a letting go. Allow yourself to be held. And you'll notice that the back is straight and upright. Gently move your focus from your lower back to your middle back. From your middle back, moving up towards your shoulder blades. Notice your shoulders. Allow yourself to soften a bit. And then gently moving from your shoulders to your elbows. From your elbows to your wrists. Notice the palms of your hands. Moving to your fingers. And on your next breath in, once again, bring your focus towards your eyes. Again, noticing what you have awareness of. Notice the darkness. Recognizing awareness for what it is. Something that can't be switched off. Ever present. Always now. And then as you breathe out, you allow your eyes to soften. And on your next breath in, bring your focus towards your mouth. Scanning your upper lip. Scanning your lower lip. And then gently moving your focus within your mouth. Notice the sensations. Notice the sensations on the roof of your mouth. on the inside cheeks. Notice your tongue. Allow it to soften. Notice your jaw. Allow your jaw to soften. And on your next breath out, you allow your face to soften. Again, on the breath in, become aware of your body as best as you can. Notice how you're feeling. Notice how the body seems. And then gently bringing your focus beneath your nose and begin to watch your breath. Allow your breath to breathe by itself. Let go. Stay with the breath as it comes in. Stay with the breath as it goes out. Stay with your breath. Allow the breath to breathe by itself. Notice the start of your in-breath, the end of your in-breath, the start of your out-breath, and the end of your breath, as best as you can. Stay with your breath. Watching the in-breath as it moves in, watching the out-breath as it moves out. Stay with your breath. On your next breath out, follow your breath all the way out. Notice the little gap at the end of your out breath. Next breath in, bring your focus to your inner space and notice how you're feeling. And notice if there's anything dominant on your mind. When you're ready, gently bring your focus to your chest. And simply watch your chest rise as the breath moves in, and the chest relaxes as the breath moves out. Holding your focus at your chest as best as you can. And now draw your focus a bit deeper into yourself, right where your heart may be. And you want to hold your awareness there as best as you can. And as you hold your focus there, begin to notice how you're actually feeling right now. Without any commentary, without any judgment, how do you feel within yourself right this moment? And on your next breath out, you're going to focus on all the sounds around you. Once again, just listening. Sounds that are close to you and sounds that may be further away from you. Allowing the bell to draw you deeper into the silence. Bring your focus to your experience as best as you can. Notice the silence, the stillness, the timelessness, the presence. Knowing your essence, beyond the body, beyond the thoughts, beyond the emotions. Simply presence. And then gently bring your focus beneath your nose and sitting with your breath in silence. Next breath out, you're going to expand your focus to include your whole body again. Notice if there's any discomfort. Is there any pain, ache, tightness, itch that draws your focus? Bringing your focus to the seat you're on again. And we're so slowly going to bring awareness back into our body. Notice the sensations where the chair makes contact. From those sensations, you're going to move your focus to your hips. Slowly and gradually moving down your thighs towards your knees. Moving down from your knees to your ankles. Noticing your feet. And then moving to your ankles. All the way down to the soles of your feet. And then again, bring your focus back to your seat. Notice how the chair holds you in place. How your back is straight and upright. Your shoulders, your arms, your hands comfortable. And your eyes are still closed, your mouth is still closed, and your face is relaxed. Bringing your focus beneath your nose again. And now as the breath moves in, you can sense your body. As the breath moves out, you can sense your body. Breathing in, you feel calm. Breathing out, you feel When you hear the next bell, use this bell to draw some slow, deep breaths in, and then in your own good time, gently opening your eyes, taking your time, and bringing some of that peace back with you.